Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back or welcome to the channel. This is Psycho. It's been a minute since I've been on because my computer charger was broken, thanks to my youngest daughter. Whatever, it happens. So I got a new one, and yeah, just arranging myself a little here. I got a new one, so we're back at it. I have some stuff, a couple of decently hard to find items, but for the most part, it hasn't been too crazy. I've just been mostly collecting loose Nintendo games because I have been playing my Nintendo a lot. And I've been stuck on the original Ninja Gaiden. I keep looking over there because that's where the stuff is. Um, Excuse me. I've been hooked on the original Ninja Gaiden for a while, and I got to a point where um, the game is like not even really that hard for me anymore because I just played it over and over and over. And with that being said, I'm going to probably do like a little gameplay walkthrough on this channel. I'm thinking about just putting my camera on the TV instead of going through the trouble of trying to find my capture card and everything. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll just do like I said, just film it with this camera on the TV, and so you could hear me describing the tips and tricks also. But enough with the rambling about that. That's what I'm kind of planning on doing. Maybe gameplay video of the original Ninja Gaiden. um, yeah. So if you like the content that's on this channel, um, hit a thumbs up. Uh, like, thumbs up, comment. Having a hard time remembering. It's been a minute. Leave a comment. I like to hear what you guys say. About your pickups, whatever you guys have been getting into as far as gaming and stuff like that too. Um, yeah, thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the bell notification. Yeah, I don't have to go through all this because I can't remember right now. It's been a minute, guys. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. But we're gonna get right into the pickups. I'm gonna go through the first three things I'm going to show are actually gifts that I got from Carlos, who's always hooking me up with good deals, and he gave me a couple of free items. Excuse me. So I'm going to show those first. And also, before we do that, there's also going to be another limited run unboxing. Or it's not really an unboxing. It's just like opening the plastic. So, but I did get something from limited run a couple of weeks ago too. I've been putting all this stuff to the side so that I can make a video. But all right, so we're gonna get right into it. First three things are free items that Carlos gave me, and the first one is the Super Nintendo cart. It has 12 different games on it. Obviously, what is that? Yeah, obviously GoldenEye is not on this because it is a Super Nintendo cartridge. I forgot what is on this. I did throw it on, but there are a couple. James Bond Jr. jumps out at me. I remember playing that one. But, it was cool. It's free, and the games are on there, so if I ever want to throw this on and play them, I can. So that was one free item that Carlos gave me. It was just this multi-cart, which is pretty cool. I don't mind having it. And then this was the next thing he gave me, right here. Was a copy of Shadowgate and the funny story behind this, I mean, it's broken over here on the corner or whatever, but like I said, it was free. The label's a little ripped up, but hey, writing on the back, free game, and I like this game. But funny story behind this, the day that he brought this over, I had just bought a copy of Shadowgate, which is actually over here, so you'll see that too. A copy of Shadowgate at the trade post and the very same day, and then Carlos came by later in the day and just gave me this. But if you have not tried that and like old school point and click adventures, Shadowgate is one of the best. And then here's another one he gave me for free, and I was like, what the heck? But yeah, I mean, there's a sticker on here, but I said, you're just giving me a copy of Metroid? It's not Metroid. I guess you could put a Metroid board in here and it would be Metroid again, but the game that's actually in here is Paperboy. So I don't have Paperboy, so that I don't care. I mean, yeah, I wonder who went through the trouble. Why would you take? That's somebody trying to sell a cheap game for more money because people think it's Metroid, and then when you take it home, you're like pissed off. I don't know. Paperboy's good, but it's not as good as Metroid. I got pop-ups popping up here, so I'm just gonna delete that real quick. But yeah, so this is Paperboy on this cartridge, and like I said, it was free, so I don't mind. And Paperboy's okay. It's a fun time. Okay, so the next couple of games. Okay, this one I had for a long time, a couple of years. I found this in a move out. Somebody had left it behind, so I grabbed it. It is a copy of Punch Out. Whoa, I accidentally hit the table with my elbow. It is a copy of Punch Out, the non-Mike Tyson version. Now, for the longest time, it didn't work. There was a piece of broken plastic in here, and my buddy took the card apart, and what was happening is when you were putting the game in, it was pushing the board up because that piece of plastic was broke. It wasn't holding it in place. So my buddy came over with some glue. I forget what kind of glue it was, but he fixed it, and now it works good as new. No more rattling piece of plastic. So I got this copy of Punch Out for free, and he fixed it for me. So yeah, Punch Out. I had that for, I'd say, probably 2-3 years now, and it finally is working again. What's next? This I picked up from Trade Post. This game is actually the first earliest memory of gaming that I have because my father would play this on the Intellivision. So this is the very first video game I have ever seen, and it is Burger Time. Now, like I said, the one that I remember was on the Intellivision. I picked this up from the Trade Post. It's a fun game. It's a fun little time waster. It's kind of hard, but like I said, earliest memory of gaming that I have personally, and it's a fun game. I don't have a problem with it. Burger Time on the NES. Oh, and here's the game that I was just talking about. There's the copy of Shadowgate that I bought that day, right before Carlos ran by and gave me this one. So I will probably figure out something to do with the broken card. But yeah, again, not much else to say besides, like, if you like old school point and click games, this is a really, really fun game. This I also picked up from the Trade Post. I tried it for a few minutes and I wasn't sure what I'm supposed to do because I have no manual and I never looked up any gameplay. Like I said, I got hooked on the Ninja Gaiden for a long time. But it's a copy of Dr. Chaos for the NES. Yeah, I was super confused as to what I was supposed to be doing in this game. But I have it nonetheless. Here's another. Most of these are from Trade Post. And over the course of, like, since I've made a video. So I got this one from there too. I didn't realize this game was that cheap. It's a little, it could be cleaned up, but it works. I played it. It is a copy of Little Nemo, the Dream Master. It's got writing right there, Tarver, so I guess that was whoever owned this game. But this is a pretty difficult game, but it's also fun too. Little Nemo, the Dream Master. Geez, this camera has no idea what to do. The camera's seeing the game how my actual vision sees it. This was another Trade Post game, The Adventures, Disney Adventure in the Magic Kingdom. I remember playing this game as a kid, and it was a fun, you know, some side-scrolling, some, like, a different variety of things. And it's not really that long either. I picked it up because it was cheap, and I just remember it being a fun, you know, a lot of different things to do in this game and stuff. And it's a Capcom title too, so, you know, I'm not hating it. Disney Adventure in the Magic Kingdom. And yes, this is also a Trade Post. I keep looking down to see what game is next. I gotta pay more attention here. It's a copy of Ring King. I remember also playing this game as a kid, and I remember at some points in the game, I used to be able to do an uppercut and knock the guy, like, out of the ring. You couldn't even see him anymore. I could not figure out how to do that again. But I remember having fun with this game, and it's hard, because when I went back to it, when I first picked this copy up, I couldn't remember how to play. I just got my butt kicked, honestly. As you can see, there's a little bit of a sticker. It looks like somebody tore off, and there's some, whatever this is, on the back label. But it works, and it's fine. Ring King, pretty fun boxing game from back in the day. This is a game that I ordered from Amazon. I had never tried it before, and I don't really see it around too often, so I picked this up. It is a copy of Air Fortress by Hal. Same guys that do like Adventures of Lolo and I believe Kirby. But I tried it. It's pretty fun. I didn't have a problem with it. Uh, I haven't gone back to it because, Ninja Gaiden and all, but yes, copy of Air Fortress. Not a bad little title. This is another trade post. Oh, and I said I got Air Fortress on Amazon, and I think I paid like less than $10 for it with shipping and everything. So I got this at the trade post. I remember playing this in the arcade that was in the skating rink in our town called the Roller Barn, and I would always throw quarters in this because I really loved this game. Obviously, it was a little bit of a downgrade on the NES over the arcade, and it's hard. I played it for a couple minutes, and I was like, man, I don't remember this game being this hard. But nonetheless, I have a copy of it now, Ikari Warriors. It looks like there was a little bit of stickers on the back here that people tried to rip off or whatever, but it works. This next one is a game that I remember my brother giving me as a kid. For whatever reason, he gave me a complete in-box copy of it. And at the time, there was no such thing as complete in-box copies because those games were all at the store, so they were all complete in-box copies. But this is a copy of Spy vs. Spy. He gave this game to me. I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. Still to this day, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. It was pretty cheap, so I picked it up because of the memories that I had of my brother giving it to me. I'd like to figure this one out, so maybe I'll go back to it. But I've been kind of considering playing some modern stuff since it's been months since I touched the Switch, the PS4, or the Xbox One. So we'll see what happens. But Spy vs. Spy, don't really see that one around too often, so I grabbed it. What's next? This is also from the Trade Post. Copy of Tiger Heli for the NES. I played this game, and I went online, and there was a code that you could... I forget how to do it now, but there was a code to where you can have unlimited continues, and they would start you over. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to beat this game. Turns out you don't beat this game. The levels cycle, I think, between 2 and 4 over and over and over once you complete the first few. And at that point, I guess you're just working for a score. But with the unlimited continues, you can play over and over, but... I mean, what reason is there to? Once you complete every level and destroy everything and see everything there is to see, you're done. But it was super cheap, and I don't hate having it in the collection. Tiger Heli for the NES. This was another game I picked up from Trade Post. When I found out they had it, I went down there and got it because I like this game. It is a copy of the Goonies 2 for the NES. I'm not sure why. Back label is a little yucky, but that's fine. I'm not sure why I love this game so much, but I absolutely do. And I actually beat this. Like maybe the week after I picked it up or whatever, but I went through it and beat it again. But this is a game that you can always go back to. It's really fun. And yeah, especially if you're a Goonies fan, and if you were from that time, who wasn't? You know what I mean? Goonies 2. And here it is. This is the guy that has been sucking up all of my gaming time because I've been trying to get good at it, and I feel like I have. I've beaten it twice now. No codes. I don't believe there's any codes for this game. No codes, no game genie, no nothing. Just devising strategies and learning, process of elimination, and just learning by playing the levels over and over again. I love this game more so now, but this is the one I'm probably going to do like a little primitive run through. And by primitive, I mean the recording process. I'll probably still use this setup, but just with the camera pointed to the TV. Just because that's already all here and set up. So it'd be the easiest way. But I love this game. It is quite difficult. Like I said, I played it so many times that I'm getting pretty good at it. But for most people, I don't see most people getting past level 2 unless they are trying, like trying to play through the game without getting super frustrated and trying to break it. As a matter of fact, I'm putting this one in the NES right now. This next one I picked up a couple of weeks ago from Trade Post, and I want to play this too. It's been a minute since I played the original. I never beat this. I got very far in this game back in the day when I was a kid, but I never finished it. But I'm going to play this very soon, and it is a copy of the original Metal Gear. I love this title. A lot of people don't. The floor pits. I mean, but no, this game is really good. If you have a good idea as to what you're supposed to do as far as traveling around in the trucks and whatnot, but if you're just going in it blind, you're gonna get lost a lot, and there's gonna be a lot of like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing right now? But hey, that's why they have YouTube and Google and FAQs and stuff. There is no game that you cannot finish nowadays, but the original Metal Gear. And I feel like I probably will have to use something because I don't remember everything. But I do want to go back to that. Here's another one that was super cheap. I got a couple of weeks ago. This game is very difficult. But I remember playing it as a kid, and I don't hate it as much as I guess the general population. Nobody really likes this game. I think it's okay. I don't hate it, but it is Fester's Quest, and it's a cheap game. And it's difficult, so if you're really wanting to put the time in, it will take you a minute to beat. And I mean, it got a lot of hate, but I don't think it's that bad of a title. Fester's Quest. Another Sunsoft game that I would like to. I've only played. I don't think I got even very far in this game, but I'd like to go back and play through it. I picked this up from Trade Post the other day too. It is a copy of Blaster Master. So, yeah, that trip to the Trade Post was Blaster Master, Fester's Quest, and Metal Gear. And I thought those three were, gems. So I'm happy to have them. I played this game as a kid, didn't really know what I was supposed to do, got lost, couldn't figure anything out. But I'm going to go back to it today. Well, not today, but soon. And try to figure this one out. But Blaster Master for the original NES. I'm grateful to have it. I really am. This next two, I'm going to take it out of the dust sleeve because I don't care about the dust sleeve. This is another old arcade game that was designed to suck up your quarters. I picked it up because it is fun and I don't hate it, and it could get quite difficult, but not to where I'm always like, oh man, I died, but I think I could do better on the next run. I don't get mad at games like I used to, I guess, when I was a kid, so I'm more inclined to, get further into them. But it is a copy of Elevator Action. I remember playing this in the arcades, and I also remember playing this on the NES as a kid. But, back then it was like, why would I play this when I could be playing Mario 3 or, Star Tropics or Metroid. But this was an arcade game, a port of an arcade title, and it's fun. It's fun nonetheless. Happy to have it in the collection. Elevator Action. It's got this on it, but whatever. It works and it's fun. And then the last NES game I have to show is actually a prize I won. I am in the group Memory Marketplace on Facebook, which does a bunch of video game wheels and, sales and stuff like that. And when I first joined the group, a guy was doing a freebie wheel where you just, tag yourself and then you're a part of it. And there were two games. The first game was MTV's Remote Control, which was for the top winner, and then the second place person won another game, a different game, and I came in second place, so I won a game. And that game is Skull and Crossbones for the NES. I actually won this from the group on Marketplace. And the guy's name is Tony, the one that I won this from, particular game. And he sent it out, and I played it. It works. Everything is... I'm not really sure exactly what you're supposed to do in this game, but I did play through it, and I feel like this is going to be one that I'll go back to. But it's funny because when I actually entered the contest, this was the one I was hoping to win. Because I didn't care about... Remote Control, it's a game show game. You know what I mean? But, this seemed like a decent action title. And I like the artwork, too, so... I actually won the game that I wanted in that contest. Skull and Crossbones. Thank you, Tony. What else? Oh, and this was the last NES game I picked up a couple of weeks ago from the Trade Post also. I seen this there, and I was like, man, I remember playing this as a kid. I don't remember much of it, but I remember it being fun. It's another Capcom title. It is a copy of Strider. So this is another one I want to get to. I play Ninja Gaiden over and over, even though I beat it. And there's these other awesome games sitting here that I just don't get to. But this is the last NES game that I picked up. That's a lot, though. I think there were 19 of them. But yeah, I want to get to Strider. I know it's good, and I heard the remake was also pretty good. In the span of time that I have been away from not having my charger, I have only picked up one Super Nintendo game. Like I said, I've been hooked on the NES titles, and they've had some decent ones, as you can see, so that's what I've been picking up. And that game is SimCity. I remember playing this game as a kid. Funny story, when Street Fighter 2 came out, I wanted it so badly. Everybody wanted it so badly. My dad took me to the store that day and to pick up Street Fighter 2. I remember we went to our local Kmart, and they did not have Street Fighter 2. I was, what was that, 92? I was 12, so yeah, I was pissed. This is the game I ended up taking home that day. Very different from Street Fighter 2. And you know what? I grew to love this game. So I picked up a copy because it was relatively cheap. And my Super Nintendo is still hooked up, but I have not touched it. Actually, my N64 is hooked up too. But I have not touched that in a minute either. But SimCity, it's a great game. It's the only Super Nintendo pickup I have. And the N64, this is not mine, but a friend of mine let me borrow this, so I'm going to run through this. That's why my N64 is hooked up. A copy of Ocarina of Time. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I haven't even started it yet because I've been playing the Nintendo. But I do want to get to this. I had it as a kid. I have never finished it. I got pretty far, but I never finished it, so I'm going to finally run through this. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the N64. My friend Travis let me borrow that. Thank you for that. What's next? Okay, so I have a couple of Wii titles. I picked this up at GameStop. I used my $5 coupon because I am a Power Up member for the Game Informer subscription. And I picked this up for $10. Never heard of it. I looked up videos because I picked it up. It looks okay. It doesn't look like anything that I would hate. But it is a copy of Chicken Police for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I don't know. But there's the cart. It seemed pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. Chicken Police Paint It Red for the Nintendo Switch. It's pretty cheap. If it seems like a anthropomorphic animals, like a crime noir. Like, it's bizarre. But yeah, it's relatively cheap if you guys are interested at GameStop and probably everywhere else too. And then we're going to do the unboxing now because this is another Switch game. And here's a hint at what it is. Here's the card that came with it. So yeah. I mean, it's not really a hint when it says it right on the card. But these are what the limited run cards are looking like now. I don't hate that. Still waiting on a few things. I'm waiting on my Zombies Ate My Neighbor's NES cart. Or not NES, I'm sorry, SNES cart. I picked the cartridge version, which takes, I guess, the longest, apparently, because it has been well over a year since I ordered that. And literally every other edition of the game that Limited Run has done, people are getting. Like the special editions, people have been posting their crazy, collector's edition ones, and here I am still waiting on my cartridge version. Oh well. But anyway, so as you may have already guessed, it is a copy of my copy that I ordered back in December of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Right now, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 is up for pre-order also, which I would like to get my hands on, but I don't know that I will be able to by the time they don't sell it. But here we go. We're doing the unboxing. Had my knife there so that we can get through the plastic easier. Where is it? Alright, here we go. And we are ripping open this. I've had this for a couple of weeks now, but I left it sealed because I always do all my unboxings on the channel. So that's why I have not opened it yet. Alright. And there we go. The plastic is officially off. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Let's see what's in this bad boy. Oh, wow. Is this some instruction manual? Yeah, it sure is. Here's the instruction manual for it, which is pretty hefty. Here is the cart, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. And here is the inner artwork. It's like a little throwback to the old scrolling of the original movies. This is another game I played for the original Xbox, but I did never finish, so I thought it'd be cool to have it on the Switch. And yeah, so there it is, guys. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on the Nintendo Switch. Now I'd like to get the sequel also for the Switch. Okay, we have 4 more items. They get pretty good here. Some harder to find stuff. This is a game, another game that I got from Carlos. It is a Sega Dreamcast game. I've never played this, but I like the franchise. So maybe one day if I get that Dreamcast working, or maybe find another one, I'll be able to play it. But it is a copy of Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the Sega Dreamcast. It is in really good shape. Minimal wear on the disc. I know it's hard to see, but I don't know. I just do that anyway. Happy to have that in the Dreamcast collection. Dreamcast games are getting fewer and far between, so I'm happy to have that. This game I picked up from a guy named Brooke. I've known him for a couple of years now. He also does a lot of video game. Well, not so much anymore. He has a lot of stuff, but he's not really collecting it anymore. He has more stuff for sale. That's pretty good. Might pick some more stuff up from him soon. But I got this from him. It is missing the outer box, but is the very first TurboGrafx-16 game that I have ever owned. And it is one of the ones that I have always kind of wanted. I don't have a TG-16, but I didn't mind adding this to the collection. It is a copy of Splatterhouse for the TG-16. Love the artwork. Always wanted this. It doesn't have the outer box, but that's fine. I don't mind it. There's the hue card. The instruction manual is there. Everything but the outer box. The card is even in the protective plastic, so I'm not hating that. Maybe if somebody has an outer box for this, I'll find it one day and I'll be able to put it in there. But I'm stoked to have this in the collection. You just don't find these games around that often anymore. But there it is, guys. Splatterhouse on the TurboGrafx-16. And then these last two are pretty crazy finds also. So if you remember, I come across a box Jaguar. Well, I posted that box Jaguar in a couple of the groups that I was in, and most of the comments were people saying, "Where's Doom? Where's Alien versus Predator?" So, with that being said, the last 2 items that are pretty hard to find are CIB copy of Alien versus Predator for the Atari Jaguar. You guys have told me that this is a game that I should have, so I got it. I'm going to take it out of the protective box, because we always do with the CIB stuff. And here it is. Alien versus Predator. Let's check this out. I know one of the manuals is a little crumpled, but I think I did it myself trying to put it away. So it was a complete and total accident. And I believe it was this one, because look right here. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I may have been the one to do that, which sucks. But at least I still have the manual. And look, the cartridge is even still in the plastic bag. Here's the This one came with a few different overlays for the pad, the controller. And here is the actual cartridge, guys. Alien vs. Predator for the Atari Jaguar with their strange little handles. But you guys said it. Hey, where's your... You have Cybermorph. Where's your Alien vs. Predator? Where's your copy of Doom? Like, it's like, okay, that sounds like a challenge. So, I went out and I found a copy of Alien vs. Predator. Let's try to put this back in here without destroying the manual further. And there we go. There's the back of the box for this game. And we are going to put it back into its protective box. And hopefully one day when I get around to hooking up the Atari Jaguar, I will for sure play this. And I will also play the last item on the Atari Jaguar. Like I said, you guys said, where's this game? And then the only other one that anyone ever mentioned, they said, hey, where's... Well, there it is. Where's Doom? Where's Alien vs. Predator? Right here. So yeah, here's another one. I have actually never played this version of Doom. I played on the Super Nintendo. I think I even played it on PC back in the day at my friend's house. But I've never played the Atari Jaguar version, excuse me. And excuse me again, gee whiz. And everybody says that this is a very good version of the game. There's the box. There's the back. I think I just showed that. But through the plastic case. We're going to open this up. The box shows signs of light wear. But nothing that I hate. There's the instruction manual for Doom on the Atari Jaguar. And this one doesn't have the... this one doesn't have the plastic bag on it. I kind of got silent there because I was looking for the overlay card. I didn't think it was in here, but it actually is. There's the overlay card. It was actually in the instruction manual, which that's fine. Since it doesn't have the plastic bag on the cartridge, I will stick that back in the manual so I know it is there. And here's actually another insert that was also stuck in the manual. And here is the game. There it is, guys. Doom for the Atari Jaguar. You guys asked. I listened. You literally, I'm not even joking when I say that every single comment, well, not, I wouldn't say every comment, because there were people that were like, oh, that's awesome that you found a Jaguar, blah, blah, blah. But every comment about games for the Jaguar was literally Doom and Alien vs. Predator. I'm going to put that back here in a second because it's giving me a little bit of trouble. We went just over half an hour, guys. I had some cool stuff with a little backstory for everything if I remembered it. Thanks for watching. I'm back. Finally, I got my charger up again. I had gotten a new one from Amazon recently. And like I said, I'm going to probably do a Ninja Gaiden run through on the NES. Hopefully you guys will check that out and see the strategies that I came up with to get through some of the most difficult sections of that game. And when you see it and I explain how it's done or how to do it, like, hey, do this, and you're going to be like, I have never not taken a hit at that section of the game. Well, I figured out ways to get through, like I said, the most difficult parts of the game without taking hits. So hopefully you guys will tune in for that. Maybe it'll get some love. If you like the content you've seen and maybe the video that I plan on posting next, that walkthrough, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the bell notification so you know when I am posting new things, and share the video around if it's something that you think your friends may like too. I appreciate all the support. I'm sorry for the delay, but again, my charger for the tablet or the laptop was broken, so I could not make videos. But like I said, I'm back and I will be doing more videos than I was before the charger broke, more than once every 3 weeks. So thanks, guys. I appreciate the support again, and hopefully I will see all of you on the next video. Psycho out.